When we have people that have come to see us because either themselves or someone in their family has been injured due to what we believe is negligence on the part of a property owner to provide a safe place for, normally it's patrons of a business, the people often want to know from the beginning what the value of the case is. And really at the beginning that's impossible to determine. The first step in determining case value in any case is determine the extent of the injuries that the person has received. If a person has received an injury that's going to fully heal, that case doesn't have nearly the value of a claim where the person has been injured and they are not going to heal. So that's something that you have to determine before you can even begin to look at case value. So a person has to go through their treatment and know if they are going to recover, and if they're not going to recover, to what extent they're going to have a disability before you can begin to even look at what the value of their claims is. Once you have that information, we look toward what Georgia law allows a person who's been injured by the negligence of another to recover. And basically we have two categories of damages we're looking at. And the first one is called special damages, and those are pretty easy to calculate. They are the cost of medical expenses to treat the injury and lost wages. Those are things that it's pretty easy to track down the value of them. The harder part, and the part that results in the most arguing and often is the reason that cases end up before juries, is the evaluation of what is called non-economic damages. Those are things such as pain and suffering, the loss of enjoyment of your life, the loss of the ability to labor, the loss of ability to be a spouse the way you want to be a spouse, or a parent the way you want to be a parent. Those are things that people typically aren't used to assigning a dollar value to, but have an extraordinary amount of value. So those are things that have to be determined before you can really get into what the value of your claim is. Another thing to look at is that the duty that a property owner has is not the highest duty. You're not the absolute insurer of someone's safety, but if there is known crime or there are known instances and the property owner is aware of them and the patron is not, they're required to do something about it, to take reasonable action to make sure their patrons are safe. And proving that is not always easy. It's not easy to prove what someone knew in the past, and in a lot of instances, if you don't jump on the case right away and have someone that knows what they're doing, once the business learns that they have a potential lawsuit coming toward them, a lot of evidence has a tendency to mysteriously disappear. So it's important to, from the outset of one of these cases, if you think you have a claim, to immediately consult an attorney and get the attorney involved to make sure things are done to preserve all the evidence that's going to be needed and to make sure that your case is aligned and able to be presented in the most effective way. We handle a lot of negligent security cases, and if you would like to have us evaluate your case, please give us a call. We're here to help.